Get so good that you can predict your obstacles. Ta-da! Hey guys, what's up? I cannot find my mic. And we are live. What's up? I can give shout outs. I'll talk about the disaster the other night on Tuesday. Let me see. Come on in, guys. Is this working, please? I gotta wear this. I can't find my lapel mic. How you guys doing? Please let me know right now. That would be amazing. I can type something in if you guys want to engage. Happy Thursday, guys. We're cutting voice today. I feel like I know you all. I should have some kind of introduction, but I kind of do know you all at this point. What's up? This may be a little annoying, but we got to get the content out. Get so good that you can predict your obstacles. It's annoying, isn't it? I got to do it. Got no choice. I'll come up closer. We're going to get a little intimate tonight. What's up, folks? How's it going? I'm not going to beat around the bush too much because we are week number 7, La Boomers. How's it going? Did you do your homework? It's going to get so crazy, guys. It's going to get so crazy. This looks so weird. I'm going to focus on the content. You guys didn't know I was a professional, I was a shuffleboard champion, did you? Surprise! Wait till you see my knife throwing skills. How's that? That's good? That's good. It's annoying, but I'm gonna go on with the show because you must hear the voice, because today is all about voice. I'm gonna share something about what Mark Cuban, Mark with a K, has to say about voice. We'll settle in a little bit because I started right on the button, right? 9:02 and 8 seconds. Because I am live after all. That'll be my thing. I am live after all. Okay, we're working today once again, but we're jumping right into the work. So we're going to get the studio mic very soon. I got some thoughts. How you guys doing? You're good? Everyone's happy? Everyone's good? Homework done? Yeah, awesome. Yeah, right. Okay. I'm going to address the whole schedule. You know what that shuffleboard is for, right? First of all, it's the intro to another piece of content, but the get so good that you can predict your obstacles is a real thing. I made a piece of content for that, but that's the intro for it, and it's also one of my TikTok videos. TikTok is lacking entrepreneur advice. It is. And it's required. People want it on TikTok. Did I just take a TikTok turn? Oh, it's such a blue ocean. It's a land grab. Just like, I gotta mute her because I'm gonna be saying her name a lot today. Sorry, honey. Just like Alexa. Just like Alexa. Land grab. We're going to listen to what Mark Cuban has to say. But first of all, happy Thursday. Welcome. I'm going to share some industry thoughts and industry insights right off the bat, okay? I want to say I'm very proud of many of you for being here for 7 straight weeks. I will take a sip of Rockstar. Cheers. Today, really quickly when I share my screen, write it down, guys. I'm going to make the entire schedule. I'm going to type it out, or I'm going to type it out super quick. The entire schedule, which is, there's 3 things going on at once. So you may not be involved in all 3, but I want the dates down, okay? The 3 things going on are Laboom Squad, 12 weeks. Isn't that a crazy? Are you guys enjoying the journey? Like, if you're not enjoying the journey, I'll make sure that you guys have access to these somehow. Well, some of you do. There's a dirty dozen in here. That doesn't sound too good. There's 3 things going on in my world. There is the Laboom Squad, there is the Jammers, and there is, it feels like I'm talking about alliances in like Survivor. Whoever watches Survivor, that's what it feels like. We have the Laboom Squad Alliance, which is the Octo content model. We have the Jammers Alliance, or the Jammers group, which is Webinar Jam and automated webinars. And we have the Dirty Dozen, which is the live taping of Brand Resume. So I'm going to refer to the Dirty Dozen schedule as Brand Resume schedule, okay? The Brand Resume, the Jammers, and Laboom Squad. Are we clear? There's 3 things going on, and oddly enough, they all end on April 16th. On April 16th, and I'll say why. I'll explain why. Would you guys like a week 13 in Laboom Squad? A surprise week. It's a graduation week. I was going to say week 12 will be our celebratory week, and will also be our summarizing week and our what's next week. But we need every single week. Like, we need every single week to work. Like, we're going to work right now. We need to work. So I says to myself, I wonder if they'll mind if I add in another week. We're going to add in another week to summarize and celebrate and graduate. And where do we go from here? For those of you who choose to continue on the journey. Okay? So I will go through the whole schedule. I'll say it here, then I'll type it out. So I'll just say it quick. Week 7 is on March 5th for Laboom. Then next Tuesday, okay, I'll go through all the Thursdays, which are all Laboom. Laboom squad sessions are week 7 is today. Week 8 is the blog setup. It's on March 12th. Week 9 is on March 19th. It's populating the blog. Week 10 is on March 26th. It is the podcast setup and populate for iTunes, SoundCloud, and the podcast hosting. That'll be a 2-hour week. Week 10, get ready for it. March 26th. Week 11 is April 2nd. That is the Alexa setup and populate. Ooh, that's going to be fun. And when I say fun, I mean a little bit complex, but worth it. Some of you are going to drop out at that point, but don't drop out. Some of you may leave that component out, but I will argue and say that's probably one of the most important weeks. That's a skill, no pun intended, Alexa skills. That's a skill that you will want to possess, and that's a skill that you're going to want to capitalize on now. It's kind of like a TikTok thing, but it's even more secretive because it's hard to do. You need to have an Amazon developer account. When I say it's hard to do, I'm not saying it's hard to do. It's hard to know what to do. When you know what to do, then it becomes easy to you. A lot of rhyming. When you know what to do, then it becomes easy to you, and you can help others if you choose to. So, that's week 11 on April 2nd. Week 12 is April 9th. That's when we syndicate everything we've worked on to Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter. Twitter. With all separate calls to action, independent to each platform, native to each platform. That's on week 12. That's on April 9th. So week 13 for Laboom will be on April 16th. Do I need to write these down? Or you guys want to watch the replay? I don't think I need to go over this again. We're 10 minutes in. I'd like to cut this in an hour. I'd like to get off of this ramble pretty darn soon. So that's pretty... No, I'm going to write them down. I'm going to type them out quick. Maybe I'll include them in the group. We have to type them in quick. Let me think about it. So now, those cover all the Thursdays for the boomers. Let's go into jammers. No, you know what? I'm not going to... You please watch the replay. Week 7, March 5th. Write them down, please, now. Week 7, March 5th is today. Week 8 is March 12th. That's the blog setup. Week 9, this is the part, by the way, guys, that you want to rewind to in the replay, when you watch this replay. Because I'm going to say them now. We don't need to write them down. Week 9 is blog populate. We create our blog posts that are calls to action go to. Week 10 is March 26th. That's the podcast, setup, and populate. Week 10 is the Alexa, set up, and populate. Week 12 is syndicate to Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter with specific calls to action. That's week 12. That's April 9th. Week 13 is the graduation party. That's April 16th. That's where we summarize the whole 3 months, y'all. That was a journey. I feel like we've gone through a transformation, assuming you followed through on everything. And if you didn't, go back and do it. This is a masterclass. These past 12 weeks. Okay, that covers that. Now, jammers. Jammers. We covered 3 sessions. I'm working on getting you all those replay links. They will be to YouTube unlisted links. I'm going to send them 1, 2, 3, 4 to all of you after our 4th session, which is coming up next Tuesday. Okay, we've had 3 of them. I'll talk about the 3rd one briefly. The complete and utter disaster at my end. Everything that could possibly go wrong with a webinar went wrong. If you think it went bad last Tuesday, it went worse than you can imagine. You don't want to see what it looked like in the dungeon here with this fella. It was not a pretty sight. It was, you want panic, you want anxiety, you want $3,000 in ads spent down the drain, you want more bad stuff that happened. I'm going to tell you everything on session 4, which is next Tuesday. I'll tell you guys everything because you need to know. So when you set up your stuff, session 4 for the jammers, which is webinar jam automated webinars, session 4 will be so valuable because you're going to be able to predict your obstacles, just like the shuffleboard. You will. You're going to know, like, okay, I'm not going to do that now because Marc Lalonde did it and he told us what happens when you do that. There are silver linings. A lot of good things happened. They will happen. A lot of good things will happen because a lot of failures happened. Like, because I screwed it up so bad, I don't think it could have gone worse. In terms of the webinar itself, the running of the webinar and all that stuff. The webinar itself was masterful. It's by far my best piece of work. That's what I say about myself. Like, I rewatched it many times. It's 4 hours, and I'm like, whoa, bro. I can't wait to get this in and guess. You guessed it. An automated webinar. We'll talk about that on Tuesday. So Tuesday coming up, which is Tuesday, March 10th. That's the end of the Jammers sessions. That will make 4 of them. And I'm bringing 6 of you in again, like session 2. Okay? So hopefully we can get some of you guys pop back on. I don't know how you're feeling, Carol. Are you cool? I know I found out you had surgery. I hope you're feeling better. I'm really out of the loop of everything, in case you guys didn't know. I'm pretty focused. So I hope you can make it. Pop you on. And I'll just start pulling you guys out again. So it'll be a free-for-all, just like last week. And I'll share with you guys the massive mistakes. And that'll be the final Jammer session. And from there, we go into brand resume. Okay? So you got those dates so far? Okay. Brand Resume was supposed to begin on, Brand Resume is going to be the Tuesdays now. So they're working simultaneously with Laboom Squad. So you get to see this pretty mug. Oh, not the pretty mug, this beautiful. We get to hang out twice a week, like always. Always. It's crazy. So it's been going like that for a while now. So Jammers ends. I mean, our private Jammers sessions. This doesn't count the happy drink stuff. That's a whole other thing that I'm setting up. So before I start setting up those sessions, that'll be a whole other day. That's what I do, man. And women, that's what I do. So let's stay on track with the Brand Resume schedule. March 17th, it was supposed to be 4 modules that we work on live for Brand Resume. Dirty dozen, guys. But session 1 on St. Paddy's Day, I was going to take it off, but I'm not because I don't drink alcohol. It just crossed my mind. I'm like, I can't work on St. Paddy's Day. That would be a sin. You know, it's like parties, and I'm like, I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol anymore. And sometimes it takes me a while to realize that. I'm like, I drink on St. Paddy's. I get hammered. I get drunk. But since I don't drink anymore, why am I going out? I got my girl situation covered. Why am I going out? Like, oh, why am I going? I'm not going out to meet girls. I'm not going out to drink. Or maybe to dance. But no, if I'm not going to meet girls. Like, what? So I'm like, no, St. Paddy's it's happening. So we start on the 17th for Brand Resume. But we're going to have 5 sessions, not 4. And here's why. Session 1, we're setting up your school. Okay, because I want to do that live with you guys. I don't want to just make a video. I want to get a feel for what's going on. There'll be questions, and I like doing them live better. So we're going to set up your school on week 1. So now Jammers is done. We hop into Brand Resume. Are you guys with me on what's happening? Now, many of you are not in all 3 things. So just hang on. I'm almost done because I'm about to get into something super exciting. Then we're cutting videos. We're cutting audio clips. March 17th is the school. March 24th will be Brand Resume. It's okay if I take a little bit of time, guys, right now, because I'm not typing it in and I'm not drawing it out. This is how sloppy I have it down. Actually, if you want to take a screenshot of that, you won't be able to read it. You won't be able to make anything of it. If you want to take a snap, here. If you want to take a snap, it's like my own way of taking notes. I don't think you're going to understand any of it. But if you do, feel free to screenshot it and I'll do it one more time. But it's really sloppy. I'm like, if I'm not focusing, I write crappy. So, March 17th, we set up your school. March 24th, Tuesday, March 24th is Brand Resume 1. Tuesday, March 31st is Brand Resume Session 2. Tuesday, April 7th is Brand Resume Session 3. Tuesday, April 14th is Brand Resume Session 4. And everyone who's in the Dirty Dozen, we have your emails. Check your emails from @thewealthytrainer.com. Don't mark them as spam or check your spam folder. And you should always check your spam folder. I fall in there often, quite often. And steps will come, okay? Those are the dates. Which means that on April 14th is the final Brand Resume. And on April 16th is the final Laboom Squad. So by then, and Jammers is done. So by then you will have, you'll have a doctorate in the industry. You have, okay, that's serious, intense education that you'll have gone through. Everything you need. If you, oh geez, I was gonna rant, but I don't think ranting will serve anyone. No. So, what's going on after that? I'm only planting the seed. Nothing's going to happen. I'm just planting the seed because after all of this, you have to take action. I can't make you do that. I can give you the best I got. You can bet I'll be taking action. Big time. You know how you're going to know? I'm going to sell $1 million of just Octo content courses and brand resume courses. I'll sell that many through through automated webinars. Everything you guys have, you just put the pieces together and you have it all. Okay, that's all. You have the dates, and the reason I said the dates is because today we're doing voice. But before we do voice, I want to say a couple of things. Octopus legs, Oliver the Octopus, syndication. We're only doing 8 things. I'm going to go above and beyond. But with what we do during the Octo content, with what we're doing in the Octo content, you're preparing your content not only for iTunes and Soundcloud, but it's also good to go for Stitcher, for Google Play, for Spotify. So I won't be able to cover those, but I wanted to say them. Let me repeat these. These are things that I'm also going to syndicate to because they don't require much more effort and they're extremely important. You'll just expand your reach. You'll be more omnipresent than anyone in the industry, and that's what I'm doing. So just write down Stitcher. Maybe we'll have additional weeks after the Laboom Squad and keep it going. I don't know. We don't know, but I'm just letting you know what I'm doing immediately. I'm actually going to kind of be doing it simultaneously. We just don't have enough time to teach it all. Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and then for Alexa, I'm also going to be doing it for Google Home, but we're only working on the Alexa. I'm going to have leg-specific training, not leg-specific training, afterwards. So in other words, the podcast week, it's not enough. It's going to be enough to get us going. The promise will be delivered on. We'll set up a podcast. I'll do mine with you, and we'll have episodes. Now, here's something you need to know now. I'm teaching right now, please. This is teaching. Write this down. You're going to need three pieces of content. For week number, we need 3 sound clips to apply to be on an iTunes, to apply on iTunes for an iTunes podcast. I'll explain that on podcast week, which is week 10. We're doing blog for the next 2 weeks. Then on week 10, we're going right into the podcast. You have 2 weeks. I'm telling you what needs to be done. We're creating a sound file today out of your video. It's super easy to do. It's a couple of clicks in Camtasia. I already said we're using Camtasia throughout for this Octo content journey. We create that audio file, and that audio file, we're going to need 3 of them. So whether you create 2 more pieces of content, or whether you go back in some of your old content and grab a video, you're going to need 3 podcast episodes. Will the intro be perfect or the ending? Try to do it as perfect as you can based on what we're going to do right now tonight, okay? We're going to go through it all like in a sec. So 3 things, those are things to keep in mind, that you need 3 episodes. I just found this out. They won't even look at they won't approve you unless you have 3 episodes to get kicked off with and cover art. But we're going to cover all that. We're going to cover the cover art and the 3 episodes, how we submit them to iTunes on iTunes week or on podcast week. But now I'm telling you, because you have enough time to get those audio files. I'm going to show you how to do that tonight. Okay, good. I like this. It's long, but it's 23 minutes. It's fine. This is important. Okay, now, next thing I want to say is, no, I don't need to say that. Or should I say that? I'm just going to say it. This is my little observation from Mark. Since I've decided, as you know, those of you who have been in the journey, on the journey, as you know, I made a big shift in my brand. So instead of being like super, super, super niche specific, my brand is me. So my journey is my content. So if I happen to be working with something in health and wellness, well, then I'm not going to be closet about it. If I switch companies, I'm not going to be closeted about it. If I work on something specific, I'm not going to be closeted about it. If I feel like playing piano, that's a whole other thing. That was I quit, by the way. I quit playing piano. Those of you who followed me on that short journey, I quit. I'm a quitter. I quit playing piano. So, but the point is, my journey is my journey. Whatever I do in life, and because I'm an entrepreneur, you follow my journey. So if I get into selling certain products, you're going to hear about them because that's my journey. That's me. If I go to buy a new car, you may see it. If I move out, if I have to deal with certain people and it's conflicting, you may hear about it. I'm going to just do my thing, teach because I teach and it's part of my journey, and not have many rules on exactly what my content is. It's whatever I'm doing. So that's a shift that I've taken. And since I've taken that shift, not only, and I'm amalgamating all my lists, like I had a wellness list, I had a list that likes online marketing, I had a list that was only for like literally how I lost my 54 pounds. They wanted to know I lost that fat. And since I'm amalgamating them all into one list. It's called the Marc Lalonde list, the Wealthy Trainer. So whatever projects I do, it's all going to be just me. Kind of like Gary Vee said with that student in the car. Ever since I did that, my life has been infinitesimally better. It's just been better. I don't have to worry about, should I be talking about this to these people? Or should I be talking about that to those people? Oh, I shouldn't be talking about this to these people. Well, since I decided to just be me and share with you whatever's going on in my life, it's been such a weight off my shoulders that it's amazing. It is. Okay? That's why normally I wouldn't be talking about jammers stuff on this, or I wouldn't be talking about the Dirty Dozen. That would be a separate group with a separate list. But you guys I control my group people by emails. The people who get in is controlled by emails. But everyone's still, that's how I control who gets the information on the list. But I mean for brand and content. I hope that makes sense. I don't know, I'm not telling you what to do. If you want to be the person who teaches people how to recruit more reps or who helps you get more leads for your business, that's up to you. It's been a transformation for me in my brand that I could just go on with my journey, document my journey, and it's a beautiful thing. It really is. It really is. If I want to lose another 20 pounds, I shouldn't be talking about that. I'm talking about online marketing. Well, I'm going to talk about it because that's what I'm doing. Okay, good. I hope that's good. I just that was my thought. That was my thought for today. Voice. Let me share a clip of Mark Cuban, and then we are going to go right into, hey, you know what? I could just screen share right now. Okay? Here's what we're doing today, guys. We are taking our video, our content, our piece of content, our long piece of content. I had this written down here. Well, I know what we're creating a 1-minute clip. Oh, shoot, I didn't tell you what's going on in April or in May. At the end of April, I'm gonna let you guys know what I'm doing, and I don't know. I think you're all gonna come with me on this one. I think you're all gonna come with me. There's no action for you to take at all. I'm just telling you because I'm excited about it. I'm going to teach TikTok. I'm going to teach TikTok when everything's done. TikTok, yes, TikTok, the platform. With the music platform, the kids platform. I'm going to be teaching that. We'll be done Laboom Squad. We'll be done Jammers is almost done. We'll be done the brand resume. You guys will all have your schools up, the Dirty Dozen. I'll be like, oh, I don't have webinars to do. It'll be over. Like, I'll be like, okay. Coaching will be done. So I'll be like, okay. I'll be working on octo content like a beast for my own brand, But how am I going to talk to you guys or whoever? Oh, I don't have regular webinars. Branding University Sunday webinars are getting the axe. They already kind of have. Never do a webinar on Sunday, by the way, if you ever plan on it. Branding University is getting a little rebirth, and it's going to be just hosting new courses. I may pop in Octo content in there, certain things like that, but it's just an independent school on its own. I'm creating a new school with you guys. So when April 16th is the graduation, we'll be done everything. It's Marc Lalonde is getting into TikTok, and he's going hard. I'm going so hard that I will grab my piece of land on TikTok. And I'm going to do a lot of stuff with TikTok. I'm not just going to dance on TikTok. Well, that would be cheating. Because if I danced on TikTok, it wouldn't be fair. Told you I got the moves. I told you I got the moves. Wait till you see my booty shake. So I won't cheat because that just wouldn't be fair to the other TikTokers. However, what I will do is I will master TikTok. I mean, Jean-Serge, he does TikTok. Hey, Jean-Serge, are you there? Hello, I see you. I see you. I see you. What about that milk bag video, brother? What are you up to? 3,000 views? I'm just saying, I have no idea how to use that platform. Like, zero. I have 9 followers now. Like 9. If you want to follow me on TikTok, it's at The Wealthy Trainer. If one person follows me, I'm going to be in the double digits. 10 followers. 10 followers. I think my highest video has 400 views, and I have no idea how it did that. So if I have no idea how it did that, imagine if I did work on my skills on it. So that's what I'm doing. I have no clue how to do TikTok. I'm going to be learning it in the month of April-ish, just slowly, a little, 1 hour a day. So then by the time May hits, let's say end of April, I'm going to have a webinar invitation page. A lot of people will come. TikTok's super hot. Jean-Serge is doing course and everything. People are doing courses and they're in demand. Also, that's another thing. So I will create a TikTok course. It'll be free. I'll just do a free webinar on what I've learned. And until then, why am I not teaching it now? If I see many people have said, I want TikTok, add TikTok, do TikTok. I can't. I don't know how to do it. Like I can't teach something I don't know how to do. I need some kind of credibility. But don't you worry. I will go from, I don't know what I should be shooting for on TikTok, whether it's leads or whether it's followers, but I want both. Like, I mean, for me, I want to make it happen for my business. For me, it's to get people off of TikTok onto my website. For me, it's all about siphoning. I don't want to hang out on TikTok. I want to build my audience on TikTok. I want followers, a lot of them. I want videos to go viral on TikTok because I want followers on TikTok. So that one day I could say, oh, by the way, go to thewealthytrainer.com. Then I pixel them all. That could be something I may or may not do. But first I got to get those followers, I think. I know nothing about it. Zero. Nada. Therefore, I think it's going to be amazing. Amazing to watch a guy like me who has 9 followers climb to, let's say, 10,000. What if I climb to 10,000 followers and I have videos that have 10,000 of views regularly? Would that make me credible? I'm going to make that happen. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll learn it. I'll just study. I'll test, I'll observe. I'll do the, so what is it? Soka? Search. S, search. O, observe. C, consume. I, apply. Soka. I'll do that for a month while I'm finishing up on this, just 1 hour a day. Who's excited for TikTok? I know it's a month away, but who's excited? And it won't be too late. I will infiltrate that platform. I have to. It'd be crazy not to. Entrepreneurs are starting to try to do it, and let's do it. Okay. It's amazing. My life, our life. I don't know if you're enjoying this as much as me, but I mean, money and fame is happening. It's just happening. Money and fame, baby. Rich and famous, y'all. Okay, for the betterment of man and womankind. Let's go. I'm gonna share a clip of Mark Cuban. Then we're gonna create those video clips. It's okay. 34 minutes in, we are. It's right 9:35. It's 9:35 p.m. 25 minutes. It won't even take that. I'm literally, here's a summary of what I'm doing. Well, let's just do it. I'm going to strip the voice, 2 clicks. That's all it'll take. We're not implementing it to anything. We're just stripping the voice. So a lot of views, it'll give you an opportunity to catch up on the homework. Fair enough? Fair enough? I want that chat filled with fair enough. Fair enough? And then we're going to strategically grab 1-minute clips out of our video. Okay? Kind of like the intro, actually. And that'll be used for TikTok as well. But we're not getting into TikTok here. But keep that in mind. The 1-minute clips we use for Alexa flash briefings, those will also be TikTok videos. Always, that's going to be the strategy. When I go on TikTok, knowledge applies to all kinds of things. When you learn and you educate yourself and you get good at online marketing, personal branding, social media, content creation, everything you learned in auto content, when you get good at that and a new platform comes along, you go, I can do this. I can infiltrate this beast with my knowledge. Just tweak things out. Tweak things a little bit. Let me know when you see my screen. We'll start. I got the Mark Cuban video right there. I'll plug the Mark Cuban video in just because I want you to see the importance of voice. Okay? Let's go. Plugging Mark Cuban in right now.
I put a dot in my bathroom. Then the next thing you know, I'm asking it, just the simple stuff. What time is it? What's the weather? I'm going to this city. And it just started to get so comfortable that you started wanting more and more and more from it. And you realize that a voice interface isn't something that's foreign or new to be adopted. It's just a much more efficient, time-saving opportunity. And once that sunk in, all the doors opened for me and it became obvious. My son's name is Jacob, and my daughters are Alyssa and Alexis. And so now I set up a little simple Alexa skill so that if any of their friends are over or anything, and I say, Alexa, who is Jake Cuban? And he goes in through this whole thing, and I just embarrass the hell out of all my kids, right? I mean, we've all been in the situation, we're all heavy users, voice activation users, been where you're somewhere and you start to say, Alexa, and you realize there's no devices around, and then you've got to pull out your phone and do something else. When that's more ingrained in people's mindsets and approach to life, if you're not there as an agency marketing, as a content provider, as a brand selling products, you're at a huge disadvantage. Now's the time to learn it. Now's the time to experiment with it. Now's the time to start using it, because you always want to take your risk when there's the least at stake. It's like Amazon releasing it. When no one had any expectations for Alexa, there's nothing to lose. People always talk about when you're first, that's where you get the arrows in your back. I always wore a little vest. I don't mind the arrows because it means you're still behind me, and I can survive some arrows and a little bit of pain. But what you can't survive, it's harder to ride in the draft of people ahead of you now, because things accelerate so much more quickly than it used to. You've got to take that step. This is the price of poker. There's no future that doesn't have ambient computing or voice activation. None.
Okay, can you guys see my screen, please? We are working. Please let me know in the chat. You will see Camtasia. We are using Camtasia. I know there will be a lot of questions today. So, I've got a lot of, I observe a lot of things. Now, what'd you think of the Mark Cuban? Wasn't that cool? Are we not kind of those people with the vests on, right? I always feel like I got the vest on and I'm getting the arrows in my back, but at least I'm in front of the pack. it's kind of like, I don't know. We speak the same language, I think, Mark Cuban and I. So, where's my money? Where's my B? I should be a billionaire too. Ah, God, it's so amazing. This feels so good. So, I'm going to cut the video clip first. A little bit of review here, okay, guys? This is the Roscoe the dog video. Fear feeds fear. I'll continue to work on this video. I will make another video. I'll make another piece of content because I actually did make another piece of content. I just want to put it through the Octo content model because, as I mentioned, we're going to need 3 of these to submit to iTunes in the week number. I'll say it again. You should have 3 audio files, audio podcast files, like I'm about to do now, in 2 clicks. That's all it takes. 2 clicks. We will create a WAV file. If you are asking about MP3 files because it takes up less space, I mean, I have some. We can go into that if you want to in a second or a little later, but I'm going WAV. I'm starting with WAV. The reason being, I know it takes up a little more room or a little more space. I know it's a larger file, but as I'm learning, you guys know I'm launching a podcast at the same time as you guys. I'm launching Alexa Flash Briefings officially at the same time as you guys. I want sound quality. I think it's going to be important. I read reviews. I read the reviews on Gary Vee's stuff on Alexa skills, and sound quality is kind of everything. People complain about him at his keynote speeches, so on and so forth. It's a sound thing. If I'm walking around like I am right here with Roscoe the dog, at times the sound is not the best. So by creating a WAV file .wav, yes, it does take up more space, but this is how I'm doing it. I want the sound quality because people are listening. So there you have it, okay? You can always reconvert to an MP3, figure that out. There's software that does that, but I'll go directly to WAV, okay? You can do it to MP3, I'm sure, right from Camtasia, but I did enough reading myself that I am going with WAV, okay? That's not a disclaimer. That's a quality thing. I just want my voice. If the technology's there, I'm not going to beat myself up on, using up too much space. If I start popping out content every day, well, I'll just pay the hosting fee. I'll just pay the extra little bit. We'll get to that when it comes to actual sound hosting because it's a whole other thing. This is amazing. If you guys are overwhelmed, that's okay. You can rewind all of this. When I get overwhelmed with information, I'm excited because I'm stretching my skills. Okay? So, we're going to convert this because another thing is I will always be evolving. I'm not going to die from perfection paralysis. I'll keep moving and I'll keep producing and I'll keep applying and taking action. It sounds motivational, but it's not. It's like I plow through the mess and then as I move along, it gets more and more perfect. It just gets better and better and better. I hope that makes sense for you guys. It makes complete sense for me. So if you're asking yourself, well, shouldn't you have a podcast intro? I think this is perfect. Let me just play this, just the beginning. And imagine not seeing the picture, just hearing this. Hey guys, being fearful can be physically dangerous. It can cause you bodily harm. How's that for a headline? I want to show you guys something. Caution. Dog owners. Okay. This is in my Okay. Well, we're working now, guys, so there's going to be a little I'm going to get a little sloppy because we're in the shop right now. We're working. So it won't be a perfect little webinar where I don't screw up. But I didn't screw up there. That was just that was just a lag time thing because I got a ton of stuff going on my computer. So but that sounds awesome in a sound file. I'm very happy with it. I will convert it right now in front of your very own eyes. That's how quick Camtasia does it. And then we're going to find a 1-minute clip that I will use for my Alexa flash briefing and that I will use for TikTok once we get into TikTok. But we won't talk about TikTok now. But I just want you to know it'll be the same clip. But in TikTok, I'm going to add subtitles and music. It'll be so awesome. But right now, let's just talk about the 1-minute audio clip, audio only, for flash briefing. And I have a take on that too. So I know what I'm doing. I hate saying that. I hate saying that out loud. But I really know what I'm doing here. And if I'm wrong, well, guess what? I fix it. Okay? I make it better as I move along. So I think it's better to do this now as a podcast episode than wait. I'm doing it. And in the future, like after the Octo content model is done, I may go and get a professionally done intro that says, "Welcome to the Wealthy Trainer Podcast." You know, one of those. Maybe. Yeah, I will. Everything gets better. Okay? That's my point, I guess. I'm taking massive action. So, I will go here. Just a reminder, we have our little intro. We have our little spinning logo. Mine has a little bit of music to it, so I think it'll sound good in a WAV file. And at the end, there's the call to action. I love our call to action because it says, if you're watching or listening, well, listen to this. Just this little clip. Listen to this. Picture, no picture. Picture, no visual. Listen to this. I clawed my way back into the workforce. I shifted into running my own business. I've been retired from the corporate world for 7 years now, and I've never looked back. If you want to follow me on my journey or maybe even connect further, you can either go to my blog at thewealthytrainer.com. That's thewealthytrainer.com, or you can click the link in the description if you're watching this video. Marc Lalonde signing off, and I'll see you on the inside. Bye-bye now. Okay, there's that, and listen to this. And then I'll comment. Listen to this. Thank you for watching or listening. I hope... Okay, now here's my take on that. Why would I say watching or listening? I know it's going to be a podcast. Well, number one, at first I said, I says to myself, well, I should cut that out because they're not watching. It's a podcast. And then at the end when I say, or you can click the link in the description. When I say those things, at first I said, well, I don't, just for now, I don't have time to do this at this moment. Should I take the time and take those clips out for the audio? But then I thought, I often think, what do I do? Like, what do I do? And when someone says, if you're watching or listening, it makes me realize that the content creator also has an accompanying video. So, in my opinion, and I'm pretty sure I'm right on this because this is how I feel. If I'm listening to a podcast and someone says that, like the Joe Rogan show, when he says, well, if you're watching me right now, and I hear it on his podcast, I'm like, that's how I first found out that it was on video. I was a Joe Rogan podcast fan forever. Then he goes, so for those of you watching, I'm like, watching? Oh my God, this is on video as well? Well, then I'm going to go look him up on video. So it drew me to his video because in his audio podcast, he said that. And I was like, awesome. And now I tune into his videos all the time. But I would have never really known about the videos organically. It's because he said it in his podcast. If you're watching us right now, or do you guys understand what I'm saying? I'm going to keep this in for now because I do say go to thewealthytrainer.com, and I say, or click the link in the description, is kind of subconsciously telling them that there's videos too, guys. Go check me out. Go find me on my blog. You can see what I look like. Because people tuning into iTunes, most podcasters don't do video. Like almost all, a lot of them, believe it or not. So it'll be fun for them to see what you look like, because they're going to discover you on iTunes, on Alexa. And when they hear this kind of stuff, they're like, oh, cool, I get to see what this wealthy trainer guy looks like. Does that make sense? Well, this is what I'm doing at this point. In the future, like I said, as I refine the approach, well, then I'll probably have a custom, professionally made podcast beginning and podcast end. I hope you're with me. I'm a massive action taker, y'all. I'm getting this done. I'm getting this face out there and this voice out there, okay? So here's what we do. We go like this. We go, I'm just going to save it because I don't know if I did anything. Then you go, okay, this is very specific, okay? Very specific. You can't go here this time. You have to go to File. No, scratch that. You have to go to Share. Then you have to go Export Audio Only. Share, Export Audio Only. I'm going to do that. Okay, now see it's a WAV file at the bottom. That's what I want. I don't want MP4A. I want a WAV. I want the best quality. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go copy the name of the file. Now in my directory, I'll just show you guys quick. I name everything by date, by title of blog post, and then I say blog post by Marc Lalonde, the Wealthy Trainer. We'll go through these naming conventions in Brand Resume, okay? But basically this is important to me. I put the date. This is for my own reference, by the way. I put the title of the blog post. Then I put video clip, project, media, original. You can look. You could take a screenshot if you like. This is everything we've done thus far. We did the video clips last week. So I'm not doing a save as on the project. I'm just stripping the audio from the project we did. Okay. So I'm taking this name and I'm going to add podcast to it. That's what I'm going to name it. I'm pasting and I just added podcast for my podcast. That's correct. So now save and let's see. Watch how fast. Look. With everything going on, look how fast that is. And there we have it. Look at that. Done. I have a podcast episode ready to go. Is it done? Is it going to prompt me to open it? No, I think that's it. I'm going to go in my directory and is it there? There it is. There it is. Let's open it and see what it looks like. Or sounds like. No, I don't want that. I want to open it in Windows. Can I do that? Open with. There we go. I'm a Windows guy. Yes, I'm not an Apple guy. So here we go. Hey guys, being fearful can be physically. Let's hear that. Let's hear how that beginning sounds if it's a podcast episode. I'm keeping it exactly as is. Hey guys, being fearful can be physically dangerous. It can cause you bodily harm. How's that for a headline? I want to show you guys something. Caution. Dog owners. This is in my condo. This is the sign that's up. Okay. Now, I'm going to comment on this right now. If you were to do if you were to do a podcast episode strictly for podcast, well, yeah, you would probably do it specifically for a podcast. In my case here, I'm using the same content. So maybe with time, I'll be more aware of things like let me show you something. But when you listen to the radio and stuff, and well, listen to the radio, that's weird. When you used to listen to the radio, and they go, okay, let me take out this letter. I'll read this off to you guys. Here's what it says. It says da 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 da. They would say, here's what it says. And if it was a video, they would say, well, take a look. Let's read it together. So some of the wording is, it's not very native, is what I'm saying is what I'm saying. Now the question is, do you want to do something specifically for sound, or do you want to strip it off your current content? In the Octo content model, I'm stripping it from the content. Now, here's something I'd like to say. Should I come out for this? No, I'm just going to say it. I get better with time. I get more conscientious of what I'm saying and how I'm saying it. So with time, I'm going to get better. I'll be more mindful of how I say things. So if, like, for example, on automated webinars, I would not say the date. I would not say the date. And if it's an automated webinar that's running 4 times per day or 96 times per day, I would not say the time or the day of the week. And I also would not have a clock in the background. And I also would not have a calendar in the background. These are things I had to learn with time, and I still catch myself. So to make stuff evergreen, that's one thing. It's important. Well, that's how I'm rolling. And to be omnipresent on everything with minimum effort, well, my dream performance, let's say, my dream performance would be to just speak in a way that is not showing anything. Like the unboxing Jeff Bezos would be really weird on a podcast. It would be very weird on a podcast. So my language in my content will change, because in the back of my mind, I'll be more aware that this is going to be an audio clip and it will go on my podcast. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. We're talking really, we're talking professional level at a whole other level. We're talking expert level here. We're professionals at this point, but we're going to, we'll become experts, because we're going to pay attention to all the little subtleties like that. I hope that makes sense. We're growing together here, okay? So for now, this will do. This will do. I document my journey, the good, the bad, and the ugly, okay? So there we go. We got that done. What I want to do next is I want to create my video clip for my flash briefing. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to go back to my project. And for this one, since it's going to be a 1 minute, 1 minute. Why am I doing 1 minute? You could do 2 minutes for Alexa flash briefings. And I was thinking, here's where I'm going to, once again, just take action. I'm going to do 1 minute because that appears to be the right time, attention span for people to start getting addicted to you like a drug of a good kind. If you want people to catch on to you and keep listening to you daily on their voice devices like Alexa, they're not going to listen to you for longer than 1 minute, apparently. That's what they're saying in online, in the documentation I'm reading. 1 minute, more than 1 minute if they don't know you. Remember, you're fishing in a brand new blue ocean. They won't hang around. They'll unsubscribe from your flash briefing if you're longer than a minute. So the rambling man, Marc Lalonde, can't live on Alexa. He can't do it. What he can do, and I'm going to get into this right now, what he can do, what I will do, is every 7 episodes or so, because I'm going to do flash briefings probably daily, 1 minute clips. Every 7 days or so, this is where my knowledge will kick in. I'm going to do a call to action flash briefing, but not on every 1 minute episode. I hope that makes sense. This is very forward thinking here, because there are no big influencers on Alexa yet. There are none, guys. I'm talking the biggest brands in the world may have 100 to 200 reviews on their skill, on their flash briefings. I think this is way bigger than TikTok, by the way. TikTok I'm going to do the same thing on TikTok. I'm going to have little clips with no call to action, just little 1 minute clips. 1 minute's the max, but I'm not going to waste any time out of that 1 minute. They're going to be like little nuggets every day, or every time I upload, or multiple times a day. But right now, let's focus on once a week. Start doing it once a week. Learn to crawl. Then you can learn to walk, maybe twice a week. Learn to jog once a day. Then if you want to sprint like a champ, put up a couple of days. No, once a day for sure. That's enough for flash briefings, because it's like, Alexa, what's my news? So once people do that for a while, they listen to your little nugget every day. Well, then I will say, come to thewealthytrainer.com or come to the webinar, or we're having a live event. I will do those in the flash briefings, but maybe only once a week. Once a week. Does that make sense? This is really advanced stuff that's not being done. This is why I know I'm going to dominate on it. And if you guys can envision what I envision with our skills, it's kind of like when in the McDonald's movie, when they let Ray Kroc buy McDonald's. Who saw that with Michael Keaton, the McDonald's movie? And Ray Kroc comes in to the McDonald's brothers establishment, and he ends up taking over the whole thing. And they say, how could you let a wolf come into the hen house? Who remembers that? I'm looking in the chat. Well, I'm the wolf. I'm going into Alexa world, and I'm using my marketing skills to dominate. So there you go. So now what we're going to do based on that is I need to do a save as of this project, because I'm clipping out a 1 minute clip. And I'm not sure which clip I want yet. We're going to decide that together right now. So I'm going to go File, Save As. And then I'm going to go Video Clip. I'm going to go Audio Clip. Okay. So my audio clip is 1 minute. That's what I'm going to call it. No, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to call it 1 minute clip, because I will use it for TikTok as well. 1 minute clip. Yeah, I like that. That works for me. That works for me. No, 1 minute audio. I don't even need to put clip, because I'm going to put 1 minute audio, and the 1 minute video will... No, I just put 1 minute, because then I'll add audio or video. So this is it. This is my 1 minute project. Yeah, that's perfect. If I change... No, that's perfect. That's exactly what I want. See, my mind is working while I'm on with you guys. Because what I'll do is I'll save it as a 1 minute. Then once I cut out the 1 minute, this will be a 1 minute project. And then when I cut out the audio, I'll go 1 minute dash audio and 1 minute dash video. And the 1 minute dash video will be for TikTok. Okay? This is awesome. This is so awesome. So for me, I know at the end, I give a little lesson that's less than a minute. I kind of wrap it all up. I looked earlier today. It's around here somewhere. Face your fear, bust it through as uncomfortable as it is, and as cliche as this sounds. By being fearful, you will attract more fear. So bust out of it. Let's leave you with this quote. How long is that? Because that sounded really good. So this ends at 7:01. What does 6:01 bring me? It's got to be under a minute. So I'm just deciding. I did it like in the Hollywood movies. I'm not even kidding you. Okay, I don't want that. Let me just let it play. I went in like a bandit. I went in rough, tough, completely opposite to who I am. And instantly, boom, I got respect. It was unbelievable. I had to get a little physical, but was it worth the price? Absolutely. So the lesson here is, even if you're going to feel the fear. Okay, I like that. So the lesson here is, hold
But
on.
was it worth the price? Absolutely. So the lesson
I'm expanding this right here, by the way, guys. There we go.
here is, even if you're going to feel the fear.
That's pretty good right there. I like that. I'd say it twice.
You're going to feel
Maybe right here. You guys see what I'm doing? Oh my God, my voice is raw. Okay, let me see here.
you're going to feel the fear.
Perfect. That's what I want. So I'm going to slice that right here. Okay, so that's 624 to 724. Oh shoot, we're not going to make it. It's got to be under a minute, right? So 624 to 724, where does that bring us? Oh yeah, we'll make it. Of course we'll make it. Okay, let me see how that sounds. I'll see how 1 minute here is.
You're going to feel the fear in whatever you do. And the more fearful you are, the more of that you will attract. And you're going to get caught in a slippery slope of being afraid to get on the phone. The simplest things. So face your fear, bust it through as uncomfortable as it is, and as cliche as this sounds. By being fearful, you will attract more fear. So bust out of it. Let's leave you with this quote. Feel the fear, but do it anyways. Love you all. Marc Lalonde signing off. I will see you all.
I love that. That's what I want. I want to cut right here. That's perfect.
Feel the fear, but do it anyways. Love you all. Marc Lalonde.
Done. I don't need that. No call to action of any kind, and no. So if I take this out, let me delete all this now. Let's see how that sounds. I think that's going to be perfect. My 1 minute clip, right? Is it 1 minute? Oh yeah, a lot less than a minute. Let's try that out. The shorter, the better, actually. Okay, let's see.
You're going to feel the fear in whatever you do. And the more fearful you are, the more of that you will attract. And you're going to get caught in a slippery slope of being afraid to get on the phone. The simplest things. So face your fear, bust it through as uncomfortable as it is, and as cliche as this sounds. By being fearful, you will attract more fear. So bust out of it. Let's leave you with this quote. Feel the fear, but do it anyways.
Oh my God. I love it, guys. I love it. I love it. I love it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into an audio clip for a flash briefing. That's perfect. That's perfect. And we're doing this on the fly too. So on TikTok, what I'm going to do is I'm going to format it in the perfect way so it looks like a selfie style. And I'm going to put a heading that says fear feeds fear or whatever. Feel the fear, whatever. I'll put a heading and an image. And then I'll put subtitles the whole way through on TikTok. Like literally, like subtitles on the whole thing. And I'm going to frame it in a way that looks like a portrait. There will be. It'll fit perfectly on TikTok with music in the back. But we're not doing that on this journey. But I'm going to use the same clip. So you guys see how I'm adding an octopus leg, right? This is super cool. Well, I hope you guys are with me because guess what we're doing? We're going to do this now. I'm saving, file save. And then we're like fear feeds fear, 1 minute. And then I'm going to call it 1 minute dash audio. So I'm going to go file. Then I'm going to go, no, it's share. I did it twice like last time. Export audio only. Okay, see, instead of podcast, I'll go, like I said, 1 minute. Yeah, and then I'll go audio. And that's my flash briefing. In wave format. Save. Let's see, done. Let's go play that. Flash briefing done. It's exciting. I'm excited to get in millions of people's homes every morning. So they wake up in the morning, they go, Alexa, what's my news? And then Alexa will say, here's your flash brief. Here's your news by The Wealthy Trainer. Because that's what I'm going to program it as. Whatever yours is. Someone subscribes to you. And they ask their Alexa in the morning, Alexa, what's my news? They'll be like, okay, from your local weather channel, it's going to be rainy today. Now, next news would be, it's something like that. It's like, and from The Wealthy Trainer, or from whatever your brand is that you program in Alexa, it'll go from The Wealthy Trainer, and then it'll play this like this.
You're going to feel the fear in whatever you do. And the more fearful you are, the more of that you will attract. And you're going to get caught in a slippery slope of being afraid to get on the phone. The simplest things. So face your fear, bust it through as uncomfortable as it is, and as cliche as this sounds. By being fearful, you will attract more fear. So bust out of it. Let's leave you with this quote. Feel the fear, but do it anyways.
Oh my God. That is amazing. I am pumped up. And you know what I'm even more pumped up about? Is that we just did that tonight on the fly. And you know what I'm even more pumped up about? Is that if I rewatch that whole video, I bet you anything, I could get 4 or 5 1-minute clips out of that. Easily. So I'd get 4 or 5 audio clips, 1-minute clips. We just did our podcast episode just now. A full podcast episode. Like I said, we'll get better with time, but we're getting it done. Like really well in wave format too. And what I was just saying is, I'm sure I could get 5 1-minute clips out of that. Easily. There's so much content we ramble on about that we leave nuggets throughout. Even if you're repeating a darn quote. Jeez. I'm just basking in the joy right now. Wow. Wow. Can you guys do this homework? Can you guys handle this challenge? Those of you who are caught up? I mean, here's the beautiful thing too. Well, let's look at the, well, no, I can't make the video, but if I were to make the video for TikTok, if I get 5 1-minute clips of audio, that's 5 flash briefings, I would schedule them because we're going to be scheduling them. So I could literally have a week. That would be perfect. A week worth of stuff. We're going high level here, folks. This is not amateur hour at the Octo Content Model School of Learning. This is crazy stuff. Okay, well, this is good enough. We did good. We're over the hour. I am thrilled with tonight. I hope you guys are thrilled too. But if you're not, rewatch all the whole Octo Content Models from the beginning. This is not only a master class. This is a doctorate in syndication marketing and personal branding. There is no doubt about it. Okay, I'm out, guys. I'm going to go look. I'm actually going to go look for more clips. Or I'll work on my other piece of content where I was for the, for the iTunes. I need 3 pieces. Okay? So guess what? Guess what we're attacking next week? We're doing the blog. How exciting is that? We're doing the blog next Thursday, guys. So, those of you that are my jammers, hang on tight, check your emails. Only you will be getting an invitation for Tuesday where I'll reveal with you guys how I screwed it up and had one of the worst webinars of my entire 5-year career. It was a disaster, and I'll reveal to you what happened. So the lessons learned, right? Okay? It's not how hard you hit. It's how hard you can get hit and keep getting up. Adrian! Love you guys. Have an amazing Thursday night. And I will see some of you on Tuesday. The rest of you next Thursday. Bye-bye now.